Alright guys, it's Ryan, or generally right here with, I figured I'd put up a deck profile as well as a binder, because like I said, my YouTube channel has been horribly neglected, so I figured I'd go with my main deck, which is Disaster Dragon. I've ran it a few weeks in the local tournaments, I've done pretty well with it. I came third 2 weeks in a row. So let's get down to it. First off, obviously, any Disaster deck needs 3 Red-Eyes. They're basically the thing that makes the deck tick. 1 White Knight Dragon for that 3000 beater. It's really hard to get around, adds a nice control element. 2 Koa'Ki Dragos. They shut down so many decks. They're the reason this deck has done so well. I'm not even exaggerating. 2 Dodger Dragons. They're really useful for protecting against enemy back row, keeping counter traps down. 3 Red-Eyes Wyverns. There are good beaters in addition to the other ones I've already mentioned. They get the Red-Eyes back. They keep the deck going. They're the momentum. 2 Mass Dragons. They're in there to search up They're in there to search out the smaller dragons. They're good battle searchers. They're good defense. 2 Totem Dragons. Then they're for the last ditch. They're in the grave. They're something back, you know. It's good as a late game momentum kind of thing. 1 Delta Flyer for access to synchroing. It's really useful. I've tried more than one, haven't really found it's worked. 1 Exploder Dragon for that hilarious destroy by battle thing. It's good for getting around beaters that I normally couldn't, because they are out there. And finally, for the monsters, 1 Divine Dragon Apocralyph. I've been testing him out. He's working pretty well, so I figured I'd keep him in for now. On to the spells. Future Fusion. Every deck that runs dragons need this. You get Future Fusion, you dump 5 dragons into your graveyard, and usually you win. That's as simple as that. 2 Forbidden Lances, really good for battle tricks, for protecting your monsters from enemy back row, stuff like that. Really good combat tricks. 3 MSTs, keeping the enemy back row down. This deck hates back row, hates disruption. 3 of these help.
I do too.
3 Pot of Dualities I also find help. Give the deck a really good consistency. It doesn't special summon every turn. Sometimes it's good to just Pot of Duality and dig up a 1900 beater. A single mind control. Obviously, it's limited to 1. For a good reason. It wins games. It's an incredibly powerful card. Then you have your staples, Heavy Storm, Dark Hole, Monster Reborn. Solemn Judgement, 2 Solemn Warnings help kind of give the deck a bit more control over what your opponent does. Helps stop your opponent's combos. Single Torrential for board wiping. 2 Call the Haunteds for bringing Red-Eyes back and immediately plussing off of him. 2 Deep Prisons for back row defense, and a single Bottomless to work in conjunction with these warnings. In addition to that, I have a side deck of Utopia, Leviathan Dragon, Trident Dragon, who when he hits usually wins you the game, Scrap Dragon, 2 Stardust, Exploder Dragon Wing, which is an incredibly underrated card, 2 Black Rose, Ancient Fairy for decks that rely on fields, Orient Dragon, just because he's boss, Iron Chain, Catastar for getting rid of annoying things, Chimera Tech Fortress Dragon for punishing machine users, and of course, 5-headed Dragon. Alright, that's my deck. I guess you can comment or anything. You can also check out my trade binder, which I posted recently. If you have any questions, feel free to comment. That's it.